Welcome back to Las Vegas and the PBA on ESPN, the World Series of Bowling, continuing with the GEICO Shark Open. Match 1 in the books, and one man has been eliminated, the reigning player of the year. The Big Fin, Mika Koivu-Niemi, his 172, not enough. He is gone. Rob Stone, Hall of Famer Randy Peterson back here with you. The man of the match, at least match number 1, was Chris Barnes, a dominating 234. We've seen this from Chris before, though. Some great early starts. He looks like he's in control, very comfortable, but those lanes have a way of tweaking things, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Chris, I think, did a really good job last season of managing his game and really taking advantage of certain situations. But this tournament here, the next couple of matches are going to be predicated on how long the oil pattern lasts, how long it holds up, especially in the front part of the lane. Because once the front part of the lane goes, Chris Barnes, being a heavy rolling guy, he's going to have trouble getting the ball down the lane. We know what Belmo can do, lofting it over the gutter cap. Rash is really good at that too. If the oil pattern holds up long enough, and we only need 2 more games, Chris Barnes has a great shot at winning this.
Jason Belmonte's 190 in the last match, just enough to propel him here to match number 2, and he'll start us off. Good start.
Not surprised. The more angle that Jason Belmonte can create by moving left, better and better his reaction is going to get, and the higher his score is going to get.
6 strikes, 1 ham bone for Barnes in match number 1. And he matches Belmo's strike with one of his own. My dad is rad. I tell you what, if my kids made me a sign, it would not be pretty. Rash trying to walk away from that one.
Your kids made you a sign, it would say, "My dad is mad."
Yeah, that's about right. Come home, Dad. Come home. Where are you? Yeah. I'm not sure I have a dad. Here is Jason Belmonte on the left lane. Right at target, a nice late kick on the 10 to leave just some double wood.
Rob, I suspect, though, eventually it'll get back from that spot.
Rash! Woohoo! Kick the field goal, nip both uprights.
A bit harder than 3, 6, 9, 10.
Takes the axe to both of them.
Not the easiest of spares, the 2-8, but Belmo made it look pretty easy. Barnes, just such a great strategist. He always has a game plan going in. Doesn't mean it's always right, but this guy's rarely fooled by anything.
Chris used to view himself as a bit of a power player, but he's had to evolve to compete.
As I've gotten older, the bar just keeps getting higher and higher. The guys throw it harder, they get more revs on it, and so now I've had to become more of a intellectual player. And so moving around the lanes, seeing a ball reaction and then reacting to it in the correct way and doing it immediately rather than being wrong once or twice or 5 frames and giving a 5 frames or a game away. That's been the key to my success over the last 5 or 6 years.
I think he's really enjoying having his family sitting this close, having his boys in attendance as well. Always helps when you're doing well. Rash gets himself a little break as well.
I also think he really enjoys this format.
True.
This isn't a one and done, a 1 game and out head-to-head match. This gives you a chance to get your feet underneath you, get a couple games on television before that title match.
Get back to that thought in just a second. Here's Belmo on the right as Barnes takes a look. Ten will not drop. Talk about Barnes. I mean, we've seen him through the years on TV show after TV show. Here's Sean Rash. gets himself a spare, and his competitors will say, I'll take on Barnes in a one-match deal. I'd rather not, but I'll do it. But if it's a 5-match deal or a longer type format, it's usually that guy's to lose.
Yeah, over a long period of games. You take a U.S. Open format, for example, you throw 50-plus games at you. My money's on Chris Barnes to be there or be close to the top.
Three in a row to open up match 2. Rash has struggled here. 8 spare, 9 spare in the third.
Well, I've seen that one before.
2 seconds, please.
Sorry.
2-7, the second time he's seen it this match, both on this right lane.
%100% on that split.
It's a good spare.
Chris Barnes, perfect through 3. An early advantage. The top 2 move on to the championship match of the GEICO Shark Open. The GEICO Shark Open is brought to you by Jack Link's. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. By Hammer Bowling. Nothing hits like a hammer. By Bayer. Try Bayer Advanced Aspirin. Extra strength pain relief twice as fast as before. And by Track. Evolutionary, revolutionary.
Rob Stone and Randy Peterson welcoming you back to the World Series of Bowling, the GEICO Shark Open. We're in the midst of match 2 through 3 frames. Chris Barnes on top, Belmo in second, Sean Rash just barely on the outside looking in. Here is Jason Belmonte. Strike, spare, spare. We begin the 4th. 3 weeks ago, he won the Chameleon Open. Trying to take down the Shark here today. Woo! A lot of shrapnel flying by the 9.
Chris Barnes, why does it appear that your ball reaction looks so much better than Jason Belmonte and Sean Rash's?
You know, I don't know that it's all that much better, but it is staying in contact with the lane a little bit. This long pattern, my speed's a little bit softer, and it's probably making it a little bit easier on me. But you know, I've had to move 5 left too. You might have noticed these guys have a slightly higher rev rate than I do, and so I've had to move in an arrow as well. And I'm sure they'd like that. It brings carry to their advantage.
Barnes gets set here for his effort in the 4th.
You know, it's funny. Chris Barnes is not exactly straight in terms of amount of curve, but compared to Jason Belmonte and Sean Rash, don't get me wrong, Chris has got plenty of power. And it was evident when you just saw the 6 just kick the living you-know-what out of the 10-pin there on that last shot.
Well, Barnes may not have as much power as a guy like Rash, but he does have more experience. And he shared much of what he's learned with his fellow Wichita State Shocker.
I've had a lot of great mentors in the past. Chris Barnes and I, you know, having the Wichita State alumni there, he's helped me quite a bit when I first got on tour. But Chris has got one of the best work ethics there is. And Chris has had his ups and his downs on tour, you know, probably more ups than downs. But he's given himself a chance to win, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Strike number 1. Finally a strike in match 2 for Rash. Looking to the heavens for some support. 1 pin separating the 2 rivals, Belmo and Rash. Again, Chris Barnes leaping out to an early lead. Loose swing, comfortable. Perfect through 9 frames. Jason Belmonte holding on to a 21-pin advantage over Sean Rash to move to the championship game.
210, 210, check.
Belmo about to move on. He looks tired, this Sean.
Yeah, he looks mentally beat.
He's had to do a lot of bowling this season. So a spare there for Sean in the 9th. Belmo looking for a 3-bagger as we open up the 10th.
Wow.
It's going to take the drama out of the fight for second. And now center stage rightfully gets handed over to Chris Barnes.
Belmo Barnes title match, but right now all eyes are on the man in the blue shirt.
Remember, he had a 299 in game 1 of qualifying here at the Shark. Drops to Bo Derek, the perfect 10.
Are you going to say it now?
Doing the right thing?
2 strikes away from a 300 game. Belmo quickly stepped up and fired. Everybody just trying to get out of the way and let Chris Barnes have a crack at history. Jason's just stepping, firing, and walking away.
Hi, buddy. 2 of your best.
$10,000 bonus for a perfect game. Looks real confident and real comfortable.
One away. 1 strike away from perfection.
Don't get many chances like this. Let's enjoy this one.
One shot away from history and a 300 game. Yes! Somebody just cashed in Vegas.
Keep it going.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm talking about. Way to go. Way to go.
Another look at that last effort. Number 12 goes down in the pit. Wife Linda, boys Ryan and Troy, there to see their dad and husband make history. Ah, beautiful. The check presentation for Chris Barnes, $10,000 richer. Jeff Reese, the CEO of the PBA, and the Barnes boys There to celebrate. There's Barnes in the 10th. 1, 2, and the money shot. And Randy with Chris.
That was spectacular. What did that feel like?
Man, you don't get many chances at that, and I'm just telling myself to just enjoy it. There's times in my life and in my career where I didn't enjoy that moment very much, and I didn't embrace it and didn't perform very well, but that was one of the better ones right there.
The kids knew something, huh? With the sign?
Check out that sign. Evidently they've been writing 187 at other times. I'm not sure, but they called their shot beforehand. I need to keep them around. They're my good luck charms.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Team Barnes not done yet. They're looking for another reason to celebrate. As Chris